Welcome to this week's installment of the 2-Minute Drill with Nichols football head coach Dale Olmsted. We're starting a little bit late this week, but the Bison are coming off a big win over Coast Guard this weekend, their first conference win in a couple of years. So Dale, talk about the effort.
It was definitely all three phases. Defense, offense, special teams helped contribute to that win. We were able to get on them early on with the block punt, or the pressure allowed them for a miscue, and we were able to capitalize on that. Defensively, we had three turns. They were able to capitalize. I think we had three interceptions that game, which was, we had one going into that game and had three there, so that was great. And then offensively, Chris Mullins and crew continue to do very well. So again, we were very good on all three phases, and we're going to need that type of play to have more success moving forward.
You guys jumped up quickly, 21-0, 21 first quarter points. Did you think at the time that was going to be enough to keep them off, basically, or secure the win?
No, I didn't, because they just came off a 52-point performance versus Curry the week before. So no, I granted the weather wasn't the best day, but no, they're a great team. They're a good offensive team as well. I thought it would be we'd need at least 30 to beat them. But then again, said defensively we did a really nice job slowing them up. I think we knocked their starting quarterback out of the game. So it was an all-around team effort, and as a program, that was kind of a game that we looked to. We were able to go 2-1 in the non-league game. We knew we had three tough games versus Salve, Endicott, and Western New England. We were able to use those three games, find the good things we did, applied that to the Coast Guard game. We felt pretty good going into it, but again, you never know. The school never hasn't beaten that team, and we haven't had a conference win in quite a while. So you never quite know what's going to happen. But I'm very happy, proud of the guys and the coaching staff.
The final score was 24-14. Probably could have put some more points on the board, maybe put the game away a little bit earlier. But we spoke earlier this week about keys to a young team evolving, and one of them being learning how to win and learning how to finish. When the game was over, there wasn't a ton of celebrating, not a lot of jumping up and down the sidelines as there had been in previous wins. Talk a little bit about that, just as team growing now.
I think that's a good analogy. The Becker game, that was the second win. We needed that as a program. We got that. I was drenched with water after the third game, and that was exciting. And I think this game was a lot different because as I said before, I think we're learning a lot about ourselves. We're not a bad football team, and that although it was awesome, and we're very excited to get that first conference win, to have a 3-4 football team at this point in the season, something that our football program hasn't done in a while. But again, we continue. As you mentioned before, we jumped up early. We had some struggles. We have to learn how to finish games, and we have to play a little cleaner. I think that sometimes we're our own worst enemy, and when our kids get that and stay just a little bit more focused, I think good things are going to happen throughout the rest of the season.
You guys entered the season with tempered expectations, definitely some goals, but now how have those goals changed? I know you wanted a conference win coming in. You have that now with 3 home games, or 2 home games remaining, 3 overall.
Yeah, our goals are high now. We want to win out. Plain and simple. I think our kids worked hard. We've got ourselves in position to be competitive in the next 3 games. Obviously, to say you want to win out, you never want to look in front of your next opponent, and nor are we with Curry. Curry's beaten Nichols 15 years in a row. It's the longest rivalry we have was with Curry. So, right now we're focused on them, but certainly our goals have changed. We're hoping that so far it's a nice year. We want to make it a special year, and in order to do that, Curry's in front of us. Skip Bandini's done a great job over there at Curry College. His guys are ready. They've had a lot of success versus us. A home game with us kind of on a big win versus Coast Guard should make for a good game.
Talk about this week's practice, if it's been any different, just with the attitude of the kids or with the coaching staff. Anything been different coming off this win?
I don't think so. We keep harping on it. That each game's a new season. Obviously, we want to keep the same approach. It's kind of we believe that's what's got us here to begin with. So, I don't really like mentioning what our team goals are, but I'm going to do that because you asked. But as a program, as a staff, as the players, we're going to take it one game at a time. It makes things easier. Practices can become a little funner. Plus, we're getting towards the end of the year. The seniors are getting excited, and everybody's starting to mature a little bit more. And so, as far as freshmen go, well, at this point in the season, I think those freshmen are now sophomores, and the valuable game experience should help us the rest of the way.
And lastly, talk about this Curry team, a team that struggled against the big boys in a sense like the way Nichols did, but probably a fairly even matchup on paper.
Oh, 100%. As I said, they've had great success against us. They came back and almost beat Coast Guard. They were down in that game, by a few scores late in the game. And again, it didn't change this week versus Maine Maritime. They were down by, 6 points, I think, and didn't have the ball, and I think with under 4 minutes, and they had a big interception, in Maine's territory, turned that into a touchdown and converted the extra point. So a team that does not go away, a team that we know that's going to hit you back, very, very tough physical team. We kind of recruit a lot of the same kids, so, I'm sure he has some of our guys that we recruited and vice versa. So I expect a very competitive game and a good game.
Fans, the game starts at noon on Saturday at Vendetti Field. If you can't make it out, Nichols Athletics has live stats and video of the game. Coach, good luck this week.
Thank you.